Hello and welcome to hobby vlog number 253. Now the first thing I want to say is thank you to everyone that commented last week. All the support and encouragement really means a lot to you, and while it's been a very difficult week again, it's been a bit easier than the previous one. I've not had all that much time to hobby and energy, frankly. Most of my energy has been put into legal issues and trying to get Rosie home. But that's moving forwards, and fingers crossed I'll have some good news for you next week, but we shall see. I'm not going to say very much more than that, but thank you ever so much to everyone that commented. And we're going to kick off into the Reaper Challenge. Now last week a couple of people said that they felt weird voting, which I completely understand, and they asked me to pick a miniature that they think Rosie would like, and as it happened, well, you know, that miniature won. It did win legitimately, but it was my votes from the people that donated theirs that pushed it over the top, and it was Brand Male Barbarian. So Brand Male Barbarian, and someone, I can't remember who it was, huge apologies, brains all over the place, suggested I paint it up in the style of He-Man, so that is definitely going to happen. So thank you ever so much to everyone who voted last week. The miniature that I completed last week was the Salty Dog. So there he is, and I'll put a picture on the screen now, taken a little bit more clearly than me holding it up to the camera. And yeah, had a lot of fun painting that. Did it in quite a different style to what I normally would, so it was a lot of fun. And on screen now are the miniatures that you are able to vote for this week. So if you're not sure what I'm gabbling on about, every week I put a list of 10 miniatures in the description and on screen. All you need to do is leave a comment below and include the name of one of the miniatures in your comment. That will mean that the one that gets the most votes will be the one that I'll paint the following week. And everyone does get put into a prize draw. And the prize draw means that you are added every month. I draw one name out of the hat or via a spinning wheel, and that person will get the chance to pick one of the miniatures that won in the previous month, and then I'll send that brand new to them from the Reaper website, and that's it. It's just a bit of fun, and it's really motivated me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everyone being involved in this, particularly in this situation I find myself in now. Having the Reaper Challenge going is pretty much the only reason why I've done any hobby this week, and I have done some stuff for Rosie, as you'll see. Anyway, that allows me to segue quite nicely into the prize draw for September. So we will spin the wheel, and it was Adrock who won. So please get in touch. I will pop my email address on the screen now. Pop me an email, and we can discuss, or you can put a comment below, and I'll get your address. You can tell me which miniature you want, and that will be on its way to you very shortly. So thank you to everyone that voted. Thank you to everyone that will vote this week. Please do vote. I do appreciate picking for Rosie, but I also love the fact that you're involved and are helping me with my hobbying choices. So if you want to vote, then it doesn't feel weird to me. I love the fact that you're voting, but obviously it's up to you. I haven't done that much hobbying, but let's see what I've done, and I'll see you again at the end. Right, so it was the Salty Dog. What won? So let's take a look. Oh, that went flying. Looks like there's a little bit of assembly to be done here. Yeah, there's a hand, or an arm even, to be glued on. I'll take a look at the picture on the website to make sure I get that at the angle they suggest. And then if I don't like it, I can change it, but I think it's going to be at that angle there. And yeah, all right, okay, so it's got the thing at the bottom there, the tab at the bottom. So it'll go in like that. I think I need to have a quick look at the picture. It looks like he's stood on a like a brush, like the end of a broom, and there's potentially like a little bit of a chain there, maybe from someone that the werewolf has just eaten. So that's interesting. So I'll get that washed up, I'll get that primed, and bring it back, show what it looks like, and I will have a quick look at the pictures and report back. But that's quite an interesting looking model indeed. I'm quite excited to paint this. So the awesome guys on Discord, GrimGM0, Cujo Miller, Quinn, all that lot, Crit, have set up Orktober. And so as part of Orktober, and also just to keep me moving, I'm going to do Ufthak, which I was going to do anyway when I got back. but doing that as part of Orktober is an even better idea. So let's have a look in the box and see what we've got, and then I'm going to sit here now for a little bit while I wait for hopefully a call with Rosie, and I'm going to assemble this. So yeah, let's have a look and see what's inside the box. I love the character, absolutely brilliant character in the books. There we are, we're in. This is superb video creating, isn't it? There he is. So there's Ufthak. So I've got one base and one sprue, and I've got quite a simple assembly. Are there any options? I don't think there are any options. You just make it as it is. Yeah, cool. Right, so that's good. Looking forward to that. So I'll get that made, get that assembled, and I'll show what it looks like when it's done. And obviously, if there are any particularly difficult bits, I'll highlight them. I'm going to put a big push in, and I've painted these. It's Monday morning, so I've no idea if I'm going to get the video out today or whether it will not be done until next Monday on an average painter. But I've finished the painting. So the gateway was pretty simple. Did enjoy painting it though, but this one was a lot of fun. Had a strong idea of what I wanted, and it turned out pretty great. Pretty happy with it. So what I need to do now is this is completed, nothing more to do on it. So maybe I'll get this one out. Funnily enough, this was the second miniature to paint. So this was only the one that was voted for last week. This was the one that was already voted for when I went away to America. But what I need to do on this one is do the basing and then paint the rims. So I'm going to try and get that done today and try and get the videos up today. But I have also got a lot of other things that I'm trying to do, so that may not happen, and if so, we'll just have to wait for next week. But once I've finished the basing and the rims, I'll bring you back with another clip on these. Yesterday evening, while chilling out, waiting to speak to Rosie, I put together Ufthak Blackhawk, and there was absolutely nothing to mention because he went together sweet, absolutely beautifully. And what a great miniature that is, absolutely love it. So next up is going to be the prime and paint, so that will go onto the channel obviously. Oh, I have a phone call coming through, so I'll wrap this up and I'll report back later. Rosie has always been very creative, and she did a load of these style of paintings where you slap the paint on and you use a roller to roller it, and they're just fantastic, and I've wanted to hang these for a while. And so before I went to America, I ordered a whole load of picture hanging kits like this, and unfortunately they've all come not with quite what I wanted. But we've got a limited number of things down in the corner of each box that should get me through this without going through too many boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the back, I'm going to put a hanger on the back of each of these, and once that's done, all of these are done, then I'm going to go and hang them on the wall. So I'll get that done and I'll show what it looks like when they're up. And yeah, this is so that get this done now specifically because then when Rosie gets home, she'll be really excited to see how artwork up on the wall. And it's the 1st of October, and I managed to get this pretty boy primed today, which is good. So I can take him down to the painting bench and try and get him painted this month. And that will probably be the last ever 40k miniature I paint. But I say that, but it will certainly be the last one this year I paint. I am tempted to get more orcs. They are really, really awesome. But for now, that's it. So yeah, really happy to have assembled him and primed him. He's really good. I think it's going to be a little bit fiddly to paint some of his bits and pieces, but you'll get to see that if you watch the video on an average painter. Your main man, the salty dog, is on his base and primed and ready for painting. So he's going to go down to the painting bench and get painted up this week, and hopefully I'll be back on schedule. It's really good. I can't tell you how much this whole thing has proven to be a rock and something that is keeping me sane. And a lot of people in last week's vlog said, I don't feel right voting, you pick something Rose would like, which I really, really appreciate, and I will do. But I really hope none of you do that this week, because it's about you guys and girls out there, you know, taking a part in my hobby, and that's really important to me as well. So I really appreciate everyone that said that last week. I'm not rejecting those thoughts. It was beautiful, and I will definitely be picking a miniature Rosie would have loved out of those lot. But yeah, this week do pick one. Do pick one. It's not odd. It's helping me, and that's what I've got to say. Right, let's get this painted. Well, Sligg Squarg herder is done and based and painted, so that was for last week, and I am making progress on the salty dog, so not as much as I wanted. It's been a tough old week, very tough old week. But I'm keeping going and keeping on pushing. Well, I'm trying to anyway. So there we are, that's done. So I get those pictures done, and the video for this will now come out on Monday at the same time as the cemetery entrance, and hopefully the salty dog, which I will hopefully keep going on. Anyway, there we are. I've had a delivery. This is for my entry for the TCU challenge for this month, though whether I get it done, obviously, the state of things right now is not what I was expecting, and the level of motivation and energy I've got is certainly not what I was expecting. But the theme was this is what I'm doing. But the theme was revolution. That's it. And so I thought I'd get myself a Ferris wheel for my model railway because it revolves. This was not cheap. But I think I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a try, and maybe this will be something else that helps to keep me going and stop me from completely collapsing in on myself. So yeah, I will be building this on camera, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to get the pack open, have a look inside it, and then we'll take a look at the instructions together. Well, I've just had a quick look at this, and had a quick skim through the instructions and sorted them out into the booklet that they're supposed to be. And it does say that this is actually does come with like some lights, so you can buy a lighting kit, which obviously I don't have, so that's tough. And it does look incredibly complicated. But as with everything, it's always all about one step at a time. And the first step, as always, is finding out which sprues are going to be worked on first and giving them a wash, so that then when I come to paint them, the paint doesn't fall off, because quite often these kits, it would fall off. So it's all in German, which is a little bit difficult, and the drawings aren't all that clear, so it might be a bit of a struggle to assemble this, but we shall see. First thing to do, though, as I say, is work out what I need to work out what bits that I need to do first, and get them washed. So we shall see. I will do that and report back. Well, I did pull the trigger on the Rise of Angmar book, so that's arrived, and also I got Gulliver, and as I've opened it, I've also got a Warriors of Chaos, Champions of Chaos Warhammer the Old World miniature, which I didn't order and isn't on my invoice, so I've no idea why I've got that. Maybe it was a freebie, I don't know. But yeah, so I am a completionist when it comes to this. I know that the Rise of Angmar is for an edition which has already been replaced, but whatever. I do like to have all the books and the scenarios and everything that's inside of them, so yeah, that's why I ordered it. So that will go onto the backlog. Not sure what I'll do with this one, and I'm going to have a nice read of my Rise of Angmar book very shortly. Oh, I've had a lot of fun with this. Tough old week, but I've had a lot of fun with this. More evidence that you guys voting on these things is impacting me in a very positive way. So thank you to everyone that's voted already this week, and if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Get it done. So this is painted and varnished, so what I'm going to do now is slap a load of glue on and do my basing, which I've not done on camera for quite a while, but I thought I would with this one. And then we'll paint the rims and he'll be done. The salty dog, he's been quite popular, been on the vote a few times, and has been quite popular every time. So yeah, so we've slapped some of the glue on, the fast dry basing glue, and I'm actually going for scrubland base ready this time. So what we'll do is we'll grab it and we throw it on. Let's get some of the grass and what have you. And then when that's done, I'll do the other side, and then we'll varnish it, paint the rims, and then we'll be done. So there we are, that's how I do the basing. So I'll do the other side off camera because it's a bit samey, but yeah, pretty cool. And this will be recorded and the video will be out on Monday as well on An Average Painter. Well, when I got home last week from America, I found this box in the bin. There's a a broken wine glass and a load of glass in there, which obviously needs binning, so we can just get rid of that, whatever, in the bin. But what there was also in there was some stuff that Rosie's collected over the past little while, so a bunch of pine cones and what have you. And I just pulled it out of the bin and put it to one side because I thought, I'm not having Rosie's stuff thrown away, that's not right. And today I was cleaning out the chicken house and found these 3 feathers. Rosie absolutely loves feathers. And for some reason that inspired me to think about these and to consider whether or not I can't do something. Maybe drill holes through, run wires through, and make some kind of doll or some kind of figure out of these pine cones. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Let's make sure I don't cut myself in any of that glass. And pull these stones out as well, because these were stones that Rosie found on a walk I did with her. Nice of Angela to throw them away, wasn't it? Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work out how I'm going to do this. That's all now in the bin. I'm going to work out how I'm going to do this, and then I'll bring you along and we'll give it a go. So I'm thinking drill holes, run wire, use some glue, and then potentially use the feathers to do like wings on the back. So I might need a few more feathers. Let's see how it goes, but inspiration struck, so I'm going to run with it. So there he is, the salty dog, done and finished. And I'm very proud of myself, very pleased I've got that done. I had quite a strong idea about doing the fur blue and then using quite heavy wash to take it down. It hasn't worked exactly how I wanted it to, but it's quite striking and it looks quite cool. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So yeah, I will pop that with all the other finished miniatures now. The video will be out tomorrow as you're watching this on the Sunday on an average painter, showing you how I've done it, and looking forward and excited to see which miniature is going to win this week for me to post next week. So if you haven't voted yet, just be assured that this is keeping me sane, this is keeping me grounded, and anything and every vote is massively appreciated, and all the comments are as well. So thank you to everyone, and here's to next week. Well, there we are. As I say, didn't get a huge amount of hobbying done, but funnily enough, I've edited that and I've done more than I realised. So that's always a nice feeling. I also forgot in the intro that I didn't only paint up the salty dog. I painted up the Squarg herder and also the graveyard entryway. So I'll pop a couple of pictures of those up over the top now, and those videos will also be being released on An Average Painter tomorrow. So there's 3 videos coming out on Average Painter. Because obviously I got a little bit behind with everything that went on, and yeah, thank you ever so much for your support. And if you haven't yet voted, please do. List is on screen now. There is a list in the description. That list does contain links to the Reaper website, so if you're not sure what one looks like, you can go and check it out. Just get that vote in, it really helps. It's really inspired me all year, and particularly right now, as I'm just struggling to fit everything that they need to in, and I'm trying to retain the normal. That's what I'm trying to do, and this Reaper challenge is helping me retain the normal so that I can keep on a even keel and not collapse, and can be strong and bring Rosie home as quickly as possible. So thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I wrap up by saying, as I always do, still going on, expanding now in Israel. It's just horrendous. But if any of you out there are impacted directly or indirectly by the wars in both Ukraine and Israel, then my thoughts do go out to you and anyone you know who might be in that horrific situation. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.